Today, the MaltaToday talked to Charmaine Gauci, the Superintendent for Public Health, on the issue of over-antibiotic use.
Aħna qegħdin nħarsu lejn x'qed jiġri bl-antibiotics. Sfortunatament qegħdin naraw li klemm globalment u kif ukoll hawn Malta qegħdin naraw li qed ikun hemm reżistenza għal dawn l-antibiotics. L-antibiotics huma importanti biex aħna nkun nistgħu nittrattaw l-infezzjonijiet. Allura qegħdin inniedu din l-istrateġija għal konsultazzjoni llum biex aħna nkun nistgħu naħdmu fuq dan l-aspett. Waħda mill-aspetti hija l-leġiżlazzjoni fejn aħna ħankunu qegħdin inħarsu lejn x'leġiżlazzjonijiet hemm bżonn biex inkun nistgħu ntaffu din il-problema. Waħda mill-leġiżlazzjoni li aħna beħsibna nbidlu hija fejn jirrigwardja l-Antibiotic Committee. L-Antibiotic Committee bħalissa huwa magħmul mill parti sostanzjali ta' dawk in-nies li jaħdmu fuq l-aspett tal-persuni. Irridu nsaħħu iktar dan l-Antibiotic Committee biex hu jkun jista' jkollu wkoll dawk in-nies li jistgħu jkunu involuti biex jagħtu l-pariri iktar fuq dan l-aspett u anke jkunu qegħdin iħarsu lejn l-implementazzjoni ta' din l-istrateġija. F'rigward tal-leġiżlazzjoni aħna nafu li meta jkollok il-mediċini għandek minnhom li dawk jistgħu jiġu prescribed minn tabib. Allura meta persuna jmur biex jixtri dawn il-mediċini irrid ikollu r-riċetta tat-tabib. Hemm mediċini oħrajn li ma jkollokx bżonn ir-riċetta tat-tabib dik li ngħidulhom over the counter medicines. F'rigward tal-antibiotics dawn huma prescription only medicine. Jiġifieri l-ispiżjar ma jkunx jista' jiddispensja jekk m'għandux riċetta. Konna qegħdin naraw sitwazzjonijiet fejn kien qed ikun hemm spiżjara li kienu jiddispensjaw mingħajr riċetta u dik kienet qed tikkaġuna problema. Għalhekk aħna ħdimna mal-ispiżjara u kuntenta ngħid li aħna avvanzajna ħafna, l-ispiżjara ikkoperaw ħafna huma professjonisti li qegħdin jgħinu ħafna f'dan is-suġġett u allura llum il-ġurnata qegħdin naraw li m'għadx hemm din il-problema li jiġu dispensed l-antibiotics mingħajr riċetta, imma l-ikbar problema hija li jkun hemm użu rampanti ta' mediċini anke bir-riċetta. U din hija sitwazzjoni li aħna inħossu li għandna nittaklijawha permezz ta' din il-leġiżlazzjoni.
We also spoke to Roberto Andrea Balbo, a Chief Veterinarian Officer, who spoke to us about the erratic use of antibiotics in animal livestock.
The control is capillary at the moment because we systematically have a national control plan targeting antibiotics, and it is divided into parts. The one is a survey targeting products and live animals. But also we target as well food, which comes also not only from produced in Malta, but also from Europe and third countries. And the most important thing, suspects. So when we have a suspect that antibiotics are used, we definitely test and we carry out these tests which are not routine, and in case the product is found, for example, with levels of antimicrobials higher than possible, the food is discarded. What you have to consider is this. There are two issues here. Antibiotics are not forbidden. However, antibiotics must be prescribed, and the food which is produced has to be manufactured when the use is when the effect is over. So the withdrawal time must be respected. If we find the food with antibiotics, then this is discarded because it was not meant to be present at that point. There is a self-check system at the moment which is effective, and it's in line with the legislation in the dairy sector. So, for example, in Malta, who produces fresh milk tests systematically the milk, and the milk is discarded, and there is a sanctionary system also from the associations. But we test too. And we follow up this test, including investigation. The point that we are trying to do at the moment, because of the legislation aspects I was explaining, is that until we have this robust set of laws, the most important thing is targeting the farmers to explain why they should use the antibiotics, when and how. That is the most important thing. For example, it is mandatory to avoid using in the poultry sector, especially in the egg part, antimicrobials for covering problems of salmonella. We are doing a lot to control, but the most important thing at this stage, because we cannot sanction more than we could, it is education, education, education. And the education does not only entail the use of antibiotics, but preventive measures, as I was explaining. Better farming conditions imply immediately that animals are in a better welfare environment, they will be healthier.